What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Money the Prince. Man, we back. Money Talks. Hey, man. Look, today we going over part 2, man. NBA awards. I mean, now we on the selection teams, man. We're gonna do rookie teams. We're gonna do the defensive teams, and we're gonna do the All NBA teams. All right. So, hey, let's go ahead and hop into it. First lineup we're gonna do the all rookie second team, man. All rookie second team. And man, first up, we got my boy No Limit Hurl, man. Tyler Hurl on the second team of the rookies. Listen, just saying that doesn't even sound right. That's crazy. Anyway, we got Terrence Davis II from the Toronto Raptors. Kobe White, my guy from North Carolina. You got PJ Washington and Rui Hachimura from the Washington Wizards. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really upset with most of that list. I really don't feel like my guy Tyler should be on a second team. But I mean, hey, we about to hop into the first team, and I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty deep. The first team, all rookies, it's Ja Morant. Come on now, you know he had to be on there. Kendrick Nunn, who had a crazy season. Like he came out of nowhere, absolutely nowhere. Like, I'm a Miami Heat fan, and I was like, yo, who is this guy? Where did he come from? I watched college basketball. I never seen this guy hoop anywhere, man. And he was getting buckets for majority of the year. Now, he didn't have a great time in the bubble, but look, man, still for majority of the year, he was balling. So, hey, I can't really argue with him being on the first team. Next up, we got my other guy from Memphis, man, Brandon Clark. Hey, look. A lot of people would sleep on him, man, but he is a real baller, man, a real baller. I don't even know what we're going to call the four people. Like, what are we going to call them? Like, man, we got Ja, Jaren Jackson Jr., Brandon Clark, and Dylan Brooks on the wing shooting the lights out, man. Look, I like my Memphis Grizzlies going forward, man. I got to always rep for the home team. Look, I'm telling y'all, man, be on the lookout for those guys in the future because they are really ballers. Ballers for sure. Next up, we got Zion Williamson. I just feel like there's too much hype around this guy. Look, the man didn't play that much, okay? He didn't play that much, and I feel like it's kind of disrespectful to some of the other people that played, you know, most of the season for him to just come in and just be on the all-rookie first team without putting up that many games. I feel like it's disrespectful towards them. Honestly, I don't think he probably should have made either one just because his resume wasn't long enough. And lastly, we got Eric Pascal from the Warriors. Hey, man, he's molded into be another Draymond Green. I mean, they got the same body type. I think he might be a little bit taller than Draymond, a little bit bigger. But honestly, man, they're almost the same exact guy. And look, going forward, he could really be a problem. And look, I can't argue with him really being on the first team. I mean, maybe, honestly, I probably would have put him on the second team. And I'm about to get into why, okay? Because I don't feel like Zion or Eric Pascal really should have made it. You know, in my honest opinion, if I had to switch those two out, I would definitely put Michael Porter Jr. And I'm gonna take out Zion and replace him with one of his teammates, Jackson Hayes, man. Jackson Hayes had a pretty good season for him to come off the bench and only get limited minutes. And I feel like, man, going forward, that man is gonna be a real problem. I mean, just looking at what he's able to do, I honestly think that he should have went over Zion for sure. I mean, he played the entire season. And look, man, the best ability is availability. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, shout out to him and Michael Porter Jr. because they didn't make either of the teams, but I feel like they definitely should have made first team. Definitely, for sure. All right, man, next up, man, we about to do the NBA all defensive team, man. All defensive team. Now, we're going to start off with the second team, man. We got Brook Lopez, Kawhi Leonard, Eric Bledsoe, Pat Beverly, and Bam Adebayo. Listen, I mean, honestly, you know what? I'll just wait. I'm going to do the first team too. Now, for the first team, we got Rudy Gobert, Giannis, Anthony Davis, Marcus Smart, and Ben Simmons. Alright. Now, honestly, bro, I have no real argument with that all defensive first team. I mean, hey, they all pretty much gonna lock you up. Honestly, they all pretty much gonna lock you up. My real issue lies with the second team. Honestly, the second team is just like, I felt like they just put some names in the hat. I felt like they just put some names in the hat and just grabbed some names out and just said, they can go on the defensive team. Like there's no way you're telling me that Brook Lopez is a better defender than Joel Embiid. In no world, no planet, no galaxy is Brook Lopez a better defender than Joel Embiid. Like, were they high? I'm confused. Like, what made them think that? Honestly, what made them think that? That was the first mistake. The second mistake is that they put Patrick Beverly on here. And don't get me wrong, Pat Bev does play defense. But I like Drew Holiday defense over Pat Bev's. Honestly. So it's just like, I'm definitely take Drew Holiday over Pat Beverly. I'm sorry. Pat Beverly's just been always the one to talk a whole lot. And he catches a lot of flack because he's a pest and he's going to let everyone know he's a pest. Drew Holiday just goes to the game. He locks you up. And then, hey, man, he chilling. All right? Pat Bev is going to go on Twitter. He's going to do some interviews. And he's going to try to let everybody know that he locked you up. That's the difference. And honestly, I feel like Drew is still a way better defender. Plus, a whole lot of NBA players already said it anyway. Now, I wasn't really upset with the Eric Bledsoe pick. I wasn't that upset with it. But honestly, I felt like you had other people that could have probably got it. I mean, honestly, I would have gave it to either Jimmy Butler, PJ Tucker, or Pascal Siakam. I mean, these guys are honestly probably the main defenders on their teams, and they're the main defenders on their team. I mean, Eric Bledsoe is a great defender, don't get me wrong, but come on, man. Come on, man. It's still some levels to everything. There's levels to it. And like, I'm not upset with Bam. Bam had a great year. You know, Bam had a great year. And Kawhi, we know what he do every single year. I mean, it would be kind of crazy not to put him on the list ever, really. At the same time, man, we got to tilt our caps at some other guys sometimes, too. And, like, hey, I felt like Pascal, Jimmy, and definitely PJ deserve a little bit of recognition. I mean, because, look, man, they had PJ playing literally every position. He was playing every position this year. So, hey, look, kudos to him regardless of him making neither team. Hey, you did your thing, pimp. You only sit. Hey, he was out there fighting, man, with giants. He was fighting with giants. But, hey, man, that's what I feel like. I feel like they really messed up the second team. But, hey, the first team was pretty solid. Now, man, we off to the All-NBA first team. Now we off to the All-NBA teams. Now, man, we're going to start off at the bottom, work our way to the top, and then come back down. And I'm going to tell you, you know, a little bit about how I would have, you know, changed it up or if I would have kept it the same. All right, so first up, man, we got the third team All-NBA. We got Westbrook, Ben Simmons, Rudy Gobert, Jimmy Butler, and Jason Tatum for the third team All-NBA. Now for the second team All-NBA, we have Chris Paul, Pascal Siakam, Nikola Jokic, Damian Lillard, and Kawhi Leonard. Now for the first team All-NBA, Luka Doncic, Anthony Davis, LeBron James, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and James Harden. Now listen, man. I think we're gonna start off with the first team and we're just gonna go back down. All right. Now that first team is tough, bro. That first team is tough. You got James Harden, LeBron, AD, Giannis, and Luka. Man, that first team is tough. You got Giannis, LeBron, AD. Now that first team is tough, man. You got Giannis, AD, LeBron, Luka, and James Harden. Man, yo, I ain't even really got anything to say about that. Like, I mean, honestly, it's tough. You know, James Harden, his system allows him to put up the numbers that he puts up. I might have would have took him out for Dame. Like, Dame had a crazy year, man. He had a crazy year. I might have would have took him out for Dame. Other than that, I mean, it's pretty flawless, honestly. It's pretty solid. I can't even argue with that. You have no arguments for me about the first team. Not really. You know, maybe James Harden for Dame, but that's honestly it. Now for the second team, we had Chris Paul and Dame. I mean, Chris Paul definitely deserves to be on the second team. I mean, look what he did this year. People say he was washed. When he left the Rockets, people say he was washed, man. So I'm happy that he showed everybody that he still got a little something in the tank, man. So don't sleep on my boy. Dame, I mean, look, man, he's steady improving year after year. And people still sleep to put respect on my boy name. And look, at the end of the day, man, the man is going to stay solid and he's going to get buckets. So, hey, ain't nothing else to say about that. Jokic is, man, it's crazy because he's already been a top center in the league for the last couple of years. And he's really getting better. And I feel like he's really about to hit his prime. Like, if he hasn't hit it yet, he might have took the iceberg. But, man, I'm telling you, man, that man is a real problem. If he get his defense up a little bit, just a little bit, you know, get a little bit better at moving his feet. Look, man, that man is going to be, I mean, he's already a problem, but look, hey, league better watch out for sure. Now, these last two is pretty funny because Kawhi left the Raptors and he headed to LA on the Clippers, and he did quite like things, man. You know, he still put up his regular numbers, but the guy that replaced him was his former teammate, Pascal Siakam. And, man, he put up the same numbers pretty much Kawhi did. He was just like, oh, you leaving? It's cool, dog. It's cool. I could do what you did. I mean, he's not on the same level as Kawhi yet. I mean, he need a little bit more time in the league. But, hey, man, his scoring has came up tremendously since he got into the league. And look, I think it's pretty deserving to have him there. I mean, I might have would have switched him out with Jason Tatum, honestly, because I mean this is all NBA. This is just who you would just pick up off rip. And honestly, man, I'm not picking Pascal Siakam over Jason Tatum. I'm just being honest. I'm not picking him up over Jason Tatum. That's a dub. Now for the All-NBA third team, and it's like, man, I swear it's like with the last team, they always just I feel like they just don't really care. They just really grab their names in the hat, bro. It's crazy. I'm not too upset. I mean, they got a couple of solid pieces. But, I mean, look, we just going to break it down, bro. We're going to break it down, okay? We got Jason Tatum. We got Jimmy Butler. We got Rudy Gobert. We got Ben Simmons. And we got Russell Westbrook, okay? Listen, I'm going to tell you where they went wrong off rip. Russell Westbrook. he played trash this year. Honestly, he played like a real scrub. Okay? He really played like a real scrub this year. There's no way that you're telling me Westbrook should be on this team and not Bradley Beal. Like, honestly. Now, you probably didn't watch a lot of the Wizards play, and I understand that because the Wizards suck. Okay? The Wizards were a terrible team this year. But still, Bradley Beal got buckets this year. And this list is mainly about buckets. Okay? And Westbrook, his buckets was pretty empty. Okay? So, for that, I don't understand where they felt like Westbrook should have been on this list over him. Alright? So, let's just say Bradley takes Westbrook's spot. Okay? Next, we got Rudy Gobert. Yeah, he plays defense. Yeah, he gets some put back dunk. Yeah, he got. Okay, all right. Why did he make it over Joel Embiid? Like, I don't understand. Like, come on, man. Explain this to me. Why did he make this over Joel Embiid? Joel has a post game. Okay, you really come down the court and you throw the ball into Joel, and he gets you buckets. And then he goes up lots of the other players' big man. And he also blocks shots. So why does a person that really only play one side of the ball gets the nod over him? That makes no sense, bro. It makes no sense. Now, next up, man, we got Jimmy Butler or Ben Simmons, bro. Like, honestly, it's tough for me, okay? I'm going to just tell y'all, we're gonna talk about their two positions. And then we're going to talk about the people that I felt like could have potentially took their spot. More so Ben Simmons' spot than Jimmy Butler. I mean, I felt like Jimmy, he had a solid year, okay? He's the leader of the Heat team. You know, he got them into the playoffs. He's playing great. You know what I'm saying? I can't take anything away from Jimmy. But, I mean, these two people I'm about to mention, man, they're the real deal. And the first one is Donovan Mitchell, okay? Listen, man. Don plays both sides of the ball, too. He's a lot smaller than Jimmy, yeah. But, hey, he gets way more buckets than Jimmy, bro. He gets way more buckets. And there's no way you're telling me right now you're going to take Jimmy over Dom. I'm a Heat fan, and I still would take Dom over Jimmy. Now, you just watched the playoffs. I know you did. Because, look, we're in the pandemic. Ain't much going on right now. So I know you've been watching the playoffs. I know you've been watching ESPN. And I know you've seen what Donovan Mitchell did in the playoffs. Okay? Jimmy hasn't done that. And there's nothing against Jimmy. Jimmy plays team basketball. But Donovan Mitchell is a bucket, man. There's no reason why he shouldn't be on this list. Alright, it's no reason why. Now, I said that because, okay, he could maybe take Ben's spot. Maybe, or, you know, we don't know. It's a tough one, okay? It's a tough one. I understand that. But this other guy gets buckets too, and that's Trae Young, okay? Yes, he's on the team by himself in Atlanta, and he's kind of like Bradley Beal, bro. Okay, you haven't seen a lot of Trae Young. You haven't. But the man was putting up crazy numbers. And honestly, if we were going to put Chris Paul on the list, I mean, I feel like Trae Young should make it too because their numbers are almost one and the same, honestly. Trae shoots way more shots, but man, come on, bro. We got to start opening our eyes and just get rid of oh, he's just a bit. He's okay. Ben is okay. But look what Trae Young is doing. And he's way smaller, and he could shoot. Ben can't shoot, man. Ben is not shooting no threes. He's not. He made 1 3, and every year he makes 1 3, and we go crazy. Oh my God, Ben Simmons hit a 3. We never see any more threes. So it's just like, why not? You know, this player has an all-around game. Yeah, you know, I get Ben Simmons play a little bit more defense. He's also 6'10", but I mean, Trae Young don't really play defense like that, but he gets buckets. He gets buckets. So, look, that's what I would say. I mean, Jason Tatum, I already talked about him. His pick, his position, I felt like was really solid, but those other 4 was a little shaky, to me it was a little shaky. So let me know how you feel about that. What you think about me replacing those couple of guys with the guys that I suggested. Do you feel like those guys should have made it, or maybe they shouldn't have made it? Maybe you have some other people that you think should have made it. And the same, you know, for the other race too, like MVP. Like, I'm just curious to know, what do you guys think? All right, what do you guys think? Make sure you leave a comment below. Definitely like this video. And man, always remember, money talks. Don't ask me why I talk too much.